Okay, how'd you like to start a business with just $100 and watching YouTube videos? Watch this interview because that's what she did. Man, she could get a job when she got out of college and screwed around for 6 months, but she liked just making jewelry and was just doing it on the side, figuring it, but really didn't know much about it at all. And really, she just started a business, making this jewelry, figuring it out, how to do it. She wasn't an expert, wasn't trained at school about it or anything, just learned by itself. See, that's what's so neat in our economy now. You don't need experts. You don't have to go to school. You train yourself to figure out the stuff you really want to do, because that's how you learn in life, man, is by doing things you really want to know how to do. You'll figure it out. And now with the internet and everything that's going on, there's enough free help to get you through any hurdles to learn that stuff. The problem is that you think that you can't learn because you go to school and learn stuff that you don't want to really learn. When was the War of 1812? Well, who cares? And that's what happens. That's what most of us think. We're not good learners because we couldn't learn algebra 2 or whatever. But you are a good learner. We are. If we're studying things and trying to learn things we really want to know about, because you'll figure it out. It's just a process elimination and a bunch of failing things. But if you're paying $50,000 a year to learn something, man, you don't have many ways to fail, and you don't like doing it anyway. It's just drudgery. It's like eating your vegetables, But if you're eating ice cream all day, you can do that. You just have to be careful what happens. And that's what's so cool. That's why education gets a bad rap, because we think education only happens in schools, and that's not happening now, particularly at 50 grand a year. That's nonsense. If you could take $100 and go and learn what you need on YouTube to have a successful business within 6 months that's supporting you, wow. I mean, don't you think there's opportunities now greater than ever before in the history of mankind for you to do something that you're really interested in doing and contributing to society? That's all it takes to do that? I mean, I couldn't have believed this 5 years ago, even maybe 3 years ago, but I see more and more and more happening like this, And that's why if you're going to live if you plan to live longer than the next 3, 4, 5 years, you got to start learning this, because that's where the growth is in this country, is in opportunities like this. If you're going old school, then you're going to have to go into debt up to your keister to pay 50 grand a year to go to some school that who the hell knows what you're going to learn, and get a job that isn't there anymore. And they're just clearing houses for the big organizations that look for a training ground. Okay, you went through 4 years of this and spent 150 grand, and you learned how to do what you're told, because that's what school does, right? As long as you do what they say, then you pass and get something. And so that's what big organizations want. People who who do what they tell you to do. And the world doesn't work that way. And it's not fun even working that way, being told what to do. Now here you have an opportunity to do what you want to do, contribute the neat things that you have inside you to give to the rest of us by doing your own thing. And it doesn't take an MBA to do it. No, because there's platforms now that take care of the marketing, they take care of the accounting and all this other stuff that you didn't even think you want to know about. You don't have to, because you just want to know how to do it and get the expertise to figure out how to do it, and it's all there for free. You don't need money. $100 and YouTube. Well, Emily Howard, and the name of the business is ConsiderTheWildflowers.com. And man, just talking to you a little before this, I think you are, besides being such a delightful human being, but really can show the rest of us, man, how you can live life to the fullest. I mean, you're just a year or two out of college, man, and you've figured all this out. I'm 72 years old, man. I haven't figured this out. And you went to college and got a degree, what? In art and religion, and trying to get a job, and everybody thought, I was nuts. And on the side, you were making jewelry, just like in your dorm room or something. Was that it? Just had a... The bedroom, and after 6 months of not finding someone, man, you said, hey, people were saying, why don't you start your own business? And you just went and do it. And to me, the most amazing thing, you learned how to do it on YouTube. You didn't hire a consultant, experts, all this kind of stuff. You learn how to make jewelry, and this is with like blow torches and all this kind of stuff or whatever you use. You could tell I have no idea what I'm talking about. So that's delightful. And what, within a half a year or so, you're supporting yourself with doing it full time. That's phenomenal. I mean, what a story! And it's because of the internet, I guess, right? I mean, you think the internet was the main reason you began?
Absolutely.
Pardon?
Oh, sorry. I said absolutely because of the internet and because of social media.
Social media. Why? Because that was you figured that out to market, you mean?
Yes. Yes, for marketing, free marketing.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Heck, otherwise you'd have to pay for advertising in newspapers or television like I did and everything like that. And now you don't. And you just do it all yourself. I think we have a little delay, right? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, a little delay, but I hear maybe it's okay. So tell me, jewelry, what kind of jewelry are you making? I mean, it looks beautiful on the site, so people want to see it. They really consider the wildflowers.com, and that's a verse from the Bible, isn't it?
Yes.
You had that. And
it's consider how the wildflowers grow, for they do not labor or spin. And our jewelry is very simple and delicate, so which goes along with the verse too, because we just encourage our customers to purchase jewelry, but know that they are the most unique thing on their person. So it enhances their own personalities.
I see. So in other words, it's very delicate work, it looks like. And also you have workshops you're giving now and floral arrangements. I don't understand the floral things you're doing.
Well, that's kind of a personal story because my business name was Consider the Wildflowers, people automatically assumed I was a florist. And I told you before, I had to say yes to a lot of things. Knowing what I was doing, but it ended up turning into a really great opportunity, and so I would just say yes. And I've done 5 or 6 weddings now in the last 2 years, and quite a few like floral events. And then also I originally taught a workshop on floral arranging so that I could get a discount on my rent.
You greedy person.
Yeah. So, but you know what? It was so much fun, and it brought, when you have an online business and you don't get to see your customers face to face, it invites them to like not only invest into spending time here in our studio, but also to like spend face time together and get to know them and what they like and what they don't like.
See. Right. Nothing beats really face to face on that.
Exactly.
I mean, the older I get, I do a lot online, but boy, I mean, that's why I'll go speak anywhere, and just to get feedback from people face to face is nothing, could beat that. But your stuff is so elegant, and you even have like, gosh, I'm on Amazon. You're also on Amazon. And Martha Stewart gave you her blessing.
Yes, she did. And we appreciated it.
That's wonderful. So that's why somebody who taught herself how to make jewelry by watching YouTube videos, just 6 months, out of college and supporting herself doing it. And a year later, Martha Stewart's, putting holy water on her.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so you were thinking that instead of this didn't even come to mind until you start looking for jobs, and people were telling you this. And what kind of jobs were you looking for?
So I thought in my last semester of school, if I can, start a little side business and show what I can do with Photoshop and
I see.
What I've taught myself with social media, if I can do that and use it as a resume builder, then surely it will help me get a job for somebody else. So I interviewed with a couple different companies, and we would go through the process, and it was just this unsettling bridge between, well, you're basically applying to do what you already do for yourself, so why are you doing that for yourself? And I didn't have an answer. So I was applying to fashion for cause type companies, and that's kind of just where it left off. And I had another opportunity for a side job doing social media and branding for a company out of the Entrepreneur Center, which was an opportunity for me to go to the events for free. And not more importantly, just to learn and grow on that team and see how it would grow even more, a business, a startup. So that was a shoe company.
Oh, a shoe company, really? So it's a fashion business, though. What kind of shoes? That's interesting. What kind of shoes they making down in Tennessee? What are they?
So exactly, my friend Ashley owns this company called All C, and she has coded her own app. So she'll scan your foot with a 3D scanner, and then it'll send off to a 3D printer and make a custom shoe. Yeah.
Oh, hey, put her on to me. I'd love to interview her. Is she still in business?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. I'm a shoe guy, you know. Yeah, oh, I'd love to talk to her.
Okay.
But what do you think that something like so 6 months out of college, you figured out how to support yourself with your own business and share your soul and talent with the world and everything. What stops the rest of the young people from doing this, you think?
Maybe, probably fear.
Really?
Or just self-doubt. And that's probably one of the things that has been most encouraging to the people around me that I'm friends with, that have been friends with me for a few years, to see me make a decision to do something and stand by that and read all the books, ask all the questions, do what it takes to kind of figure that out. And that's probably, my friends just kind of will come to an event or something. Like tonight we have an event, and they'll just say, "Do you remember 2 years ago? This is crazy." You know. So
you know, 50 years ago when I was starting out like you, I was the same thing, with the fear of failure, and that's why my first two businesses failed, and that was the most joyous thing that happened to me, because then I didn't have to worry about it anymore, because I realized nobody cares if you fail.
Exactly, and I think one of the biggest things for an entrepreneur, I think Seth Godin says this, but you have obstacles and you have opportunities, and the entrepreneur knows how to turn both into their advantage. So I love that quote, and it's very true, because obstacles still come up where I'm
that's
like,
what life's about.
What am I doing?
No, in school, I remember they used to train me in the MBA to make everything run smoothly. And then when I get out, I'm like, man, that never happens. Why the hell am I trained to do that? You know, you have to train yourself for chaos. Nothing's ever going to run smoothly. If it did, you wouldn't be needed.
Exactly.
Well, that's wonderful. And so now, so other people, it's just, I guess the fear of failing is what keeps people, and from doing this. And I could see the joyousness in you. I mean, I think people like you that are doing what you want can give more to society or to personal people in your life and everything, because you're not in some miserable position all day, right?
Yes, that is true. I definitely think that certain jobs, and I mean, when you are doing what you're truly called to do, and you feel joy while you're doing it, you have that overflows into relationships, and it overflows after work and on the weekends, and
you're more lovable too, I think.
Yeah. I hope so.
Well, people can love you more. If you're miserable all day, it's hard to love a miserable person.
Exactly.
But if you're happy all day, you become easier to love. And that's one thing, as I get older, I say, that's the one thing I could really concentrate on, do better. I could love harder. I may cannot run faster, but I can love harder. So that's something you could always do, and I wish I knew it at your age. Oh, that's wonderful. So are other people, get excitement from seeing you success and maybe trying it themselves yet?
Yes, I definitely think so, and I hope so. And I have a lot of people come to our workshops and saying that this is my project, and getting to hear what they're doing and being like, you can do this. It's like, this is me telling you from my.
Absolutely. So, in other words, you're saying, with YouTube and $100, you're in business.
Figure out what you love and do it.
Yeah. Well, you're so sweet, and thank you so much for being there, Emily. I just think what you're doing is terrific, and to show people and to have a product, I think mass marketing is over with, because you could give us something very personal, and that's more joyous in life than getting the 15th billion copy of something. Those days are gone. So thank you for showing us the new way, Emily. And take care. So consider the wild. Now this is spelled funny, right? Consider then WLDFLWRS.com, right?
No vowels and wildflowers.
Right. So it's like that. You would spell it on a license plate. Right? Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, here's a guy who's having a time of his life. He's a fun guy. He's making fun toys. He's a grown-up man, yeah. And he only makes his toys for grown-ups to have fun with. And he's making like paper airplanes, remote control on your iPhone. Paper airplane. Man, wouldn't you have loved to have that in school? Well, now you can have it in the office. And now, actually, what he has is a new device that it's virtual reality. Well, it's not virtual reality. The paper airplane will fly, remote control, but you see what the airplane sees in glasses. You put on a little thing and on your face, goggle kind of thing that you set your iPhone in, and you watch it. Watch what it's saying. Yeah. You could fly it around your neighbor's backyard, or they're having a barbecue and you see what they're doing. But it's just terrific. They're very inexpensive. Man, he's making, on crowdfunding, I think he made $1 million+ on the first, remote control. Now this one, it's halfway through deal, and he's on the same track doing this stuff. But mainly, it also shows you what's possible in our country nowadays. A toy like that before, when I was a younger person, and I'm old as dirt now, so I'm sure I'm not the normal out there, but God, you have to go to some big toy company, Mattel or something like that, to do anything like that. No, you don't. He's sort of a designer, and he's just like tinkering around and designing this kind of thing and having fun things. And even the video he makes, is fun as hell, and it's just clever, and it keeps light-spirited, and it's just so much fun to watch what he's doing and how he's doing it and having so much fun. So what a gift, man, a remote control paper airplane that lets you see what it sees, right? So watch this interview. It's a sweet guy. And think of, what do you have that you have an idea for? See, you could go on the internet and raise $1 million for it, just by having a prototype, instead of banging on all these fat cat doors and put your hand and hoping they give you the blessing and all. Now you go to the people, crowds, people out there who are your customers. You get 1,000 people to buy this thing. Wow, now you have a winner. Before you didn't. You knew some fat cat was dumb enough to give you the money. That's all you knew. You didn't know the customer would buy it. There's customers out there. Just because you like it, your family like it, that's not enough. Does the market like it? That's what's so neat about crowdfunding. You can find out ahead of time if the market likes it. And if they like it, they give you the money, and not some fat cat gatekeeper. So watch this. So you got, what did you do, 2 months on the campaign?
We have 2 months. We started a week ago.
Yeah.
And we're ending it at CES 2016. Our last campaign lasted also 2 months, and when something succeeds, you want to
right.
It doesn't always work.
Of course not.
But I think I'm a big believer that this is something that we should do, and I think, and we're going to be able to do it because we're funded
Well,
already.
you got a $250,000 in a week isn't bad, so.
Yeah, the campaign is, it's not a cheap product.
Yeah.
The technology.
So that's $150. Is that the starting price?
Well, we have a few different models. We have currently a new reward, which is we introduced it today to let people that want to try it and to spend a little less. So for $150, we call it the bare bone. This is actually the basic unit. You get it in a box. You get a basic unit and a battery, and all the rest you need to take care of. So if you already have your Google Cardboard from
I see, right,
magazine, and you get your own paper from your printer, and you get a cable from your smartphone, and all the other stuff, you'll be okay. But we have also higher tiers where you get additional accessories and batteries. And you can get two if you want to do drone racing and etc. Fly return.
So you get the leather helmet like you had or not?
That was rented. But I still had earphones when I was.
Well, sorry, we're recording, so I just want to make sure we got you there. And it's poweruptoys.com. And man, I mean, you were such a delight. Remember, 2 years ago, I interviewed you on your first, remote controlled paper airline, which was I think a schoolboy's dream, man. And still now I want to do it. When you had that out, man, I ran down and told both my kids about it and everything, and I just got so excited. And now this is even more exciting because I can fly it and sit on the paper airplane, right? Wow, it's just phenomenal, Si. I don't know where you thank God you never grew up, man, because you're keeping us all young. You're keeping all of us young, even us 72-year-old guys. Man, I can feel like a 12-year-old again and fly this thing. But what it does with my iPhone, I'm able to see what the plane sees, right?
Yeah. So the airplane itself, I could show it here. It has a camera with a wide-angle lens. And by the way, the camera also rotates. We'll talk about that.
And I could work that from my iPhone too?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
But I'll explain that. But in general, the camera actually records what the airplane sees directly through a Wi-Fi connection to your smartphone. And we have an app that shows you, it splits the image into two, like Oculus or any VR game, but it's not a VR game. It shows you what the airplane sees, and it shows you it through Google Cardboard. So you pop in your smartphone into the Cardboard, and we provide this also with the with the reward.
So you get the Cardboard. But actually, there's other people. I mean, the New York Times just sent me one of those. Okay, watch my interview with these two ladies, man, and you'll see the joy of hard work. I mean, nothing could be probably harder work than being a mom. And these are two moms that met in ballet class with their 8-year-old daughters, decided to start a business together. They were like artists oriented or whatever. And they had this cute little business they started, with no money. They just went on these websites like SD or these other things where you could set up a store for 20 cents, and they put it together and they make like birthday cards and stuff for little people that have birthdays and certain motifs and cups and all kinds of knickknacks for making kids happy. And they are loving working so hard. They're having so much fun, and they're making money to boot. But most importantly about seeing them, you see, man, we're not here to have an easy life. I mean, it seems to me that everybody says, oh, I want a job that's easy. Man, I think that's just dumb. We're not here like that. The joy is in working hard, but being appreciated for us. We want an easy job because most jobs are miserable. You don't feel like you're contributing. You don't feel like you're doing anything value. Nobody appreciates you. Somebody else is getting all the money and you have all the grief and everything. And But boy, when you start your own thing like this, doing something you love, I mean, you hear them talk in their voice. You see, boy, it's so much fun to make customers happy. They love to stay up to midnight doing this, and their moms, that's a full-time job right there, you know, and they're working all the time doing this stuff. And it's growing on them. All of a sudden, they scrape together some money to go in a trade show. Now they're in stores all over, all by accident, starting with no money. It's all bootstrapping. See, all the stuff that you can do now with no money. And when you do these things by yourself, it's not, you're not going to be taking year-long vacations or whatever. Maybe that will happen 10 years from now, but no, it's working hard as you possibly can. That's the fun. I mean, sort of like, you know, being an athlete, you know, you don't want to play basketball with a 5-year-old. That's no fun. You want to play somebody better than you and see how good you are. And that's what our professional life too. We want to give as much as we can. How are we going to give more in life? And then people appreciate it. We get that love from people because they love what we do. And what could be better than that? Not even all the money. All the money, you know, you need it to live and stuff like that. So there's a certain amount you need. But man, just helping other people and and contributing with what you do best. Man, what could be better than that? So watch these two millionaires. They did it. They had normal jobs in like Manhattan, you know, high-powered jobs. Right? And now they just started doing this craft thing at home, loving it and working harder than ever. Well, Marcy, Cherry, and Jen find the Little Ideas Studio. Man, I can't. I'm talking to you before we turn on the camera. Man, you both have 8-year-olds, and you met in like ballet class for your 8-year-olds, and now you got this big booming business a year later, and just doing stuff you love. I mean, that's what I mean, talking to you guys is such a joy. I mean, you're getting along so well in your business because you love what you're doing. All the little nonsense in life doesn't matter anymore, does it?
Oh my God, we love it so much.
We do love it so much. Nothing else does matter, actually.
So work until midnight doesn't even matter. Man, if your boss told you that at another job, man, you'd leave and get fired or sue the sucker or something, right?
Exactly.
So true.
No, we're motivated. We want to work all the time.
We're gonna get, very inspired. We want to move on to the next project. We're excited. Make our customers happy. Yeah. And working till midnight is nothing. It's nothing.
So you're breastfeeding and doing emails, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you learn how to multitask.
Yes. Yes. You give birth and call your factory at the same time. It's no big deal.
But and you said that you're going along very well for a while, and then all of a sudden you just decide to go to a trade show. You bit the bullet and went there, and now this business has exploded because not only are you wanted on Etsy and Amazon and all the, but the stores want you too.
The stores want us.
Now you have to be a big shot, right?
Oh yeah.
We're working towards it. Yeah.
But you're still in your apartment in Manhattan, so you don't have to put on high heels and go downtown in a fancy office.
Yeah, but I do get dressed out of my pajamas every morning.
I see. Okay, right. Well, so do I. I'm at home. I just love wearing question mark suits, so I do that.
Yeah.
And that's what's up. So tell us what you do, because I mean, it seems like a real cool little niche thing you're doing and helping kids and moms and parents and everything. So tell us.
So we're a paper party company, and we design it's a one-stop shop for parents. You can get everything for your party with us: invitations, banners, plates, cups, thank you cards, and before you know what we're going to have so much more. Like,
yes,
all you need is Little Idea Studio for your birthday party needs, and then we want to expand into baby showers, bar mitzvahs, weddings.
I see. So in other words, what you do is you design personalized parties, so you do all the banners and the invites and everything with your personal designs around that child or whoever it is.
Yeah.
Some of it's monogrammed. Now that we're working towards the stores, we're not doing it as much customized. Right. But what's customized is looks so different than our competition, which is a lot of it is licensed. Like it's more of an artistic feel. So this kind of gives a unique party. It's like, it kind of stands apart from what else is going on. And, the birthday party just takes on a whole different life because of it. Yes.
No, I would think. I mean, your images are so sweet and endearing, and you're right. I mean, Hallmark is going to do like that. I mean, it's all these stock kind of stuff you see everywhere. None of it looks personalized like you guys do, and that's why, and I would assume that that's what everybody wants because that's what I see. So when you said you went to the trade show and everybody wanted you and not this normal stuff. Must have been a hell of a surprise.
Definitely look very different. We definitely stand apart from what is trending out there. I mean, we work within the trend, but yeah, we definitely have our own look, and it's working. Yeah. Totally working.
And you didn't hire an image consultant for this, huh?
No, it was all us.
I mean, just think if you did, say, a party image consultant or a gift card consultant, he would try to get you or she to get you to do like everybody else is doing now, so you could do that too, right?
Exactly. In our head,
Right, exactly. And that's why I think experts like that don't know. They don't know what works. They're just guys. They can tell you what worked before, but they could never tell you. They would have told you what you want to do would never work, man. That. Because nobody has. And maybe that's a clue. They weren't offered. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just took a leap and like to us, like our work looked so beautiful. Like how can you not want to buy this?
And I think that's the key. What you did is reach down in your heart, throw it on the paper, and said, "Hey, man, this is my heart. You should love it too." Huh?
Exactly what we did.
Yeah.
We're proud of it, and we want it to be everywhere.
Right.
It's really hard to get that.
But I mean, aren't all relationships that way? I mean, we try to dress up like other people want us to see us, and it's not really us. So it's hard to love you as what you are, unless you dig down. Like to me, this is me inside. I know if you hate this, I'm going to hate you too. So we're saving each other a lot of problems. A lot of time. If you love this, I gotta love you too, because this is me. So your artwork, what is you? You're just showing that people. It wasn't traditional. It wasn't like everybody else has, but you showed authentic, and so it's easier, I think, to love something that's authentic than something manufactured.
Yeah, you see the artist behind it. Like it's not a factory item. It's because it's unique. There's a personality that comes through. And we wanted to show that. Sure.
But that's, so endearing for young people. So you say you're going to do it for older people too, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So any kind of party. So when I have my 75th birthday party, I can come to you and you can make little designs of old farts or something like that, dancing
smart
around.
banner.
Right. Happy 75th old fart day or whatever it is. Yeah. And so you do, what else do you do? Cups, plates?
So we do everything from stationery, like greeting cards, to invitations, to start off the inspiration of the party, what your theme is, and then it drips into, paper plates and cups, banners, cupcake and cake toppers.
What was that? Cupcakes? You make cupcakes?
No. The toppers you decorate.
Toppers
that you put in the cupcake.
Oh, I see. Cupcake toppers. I see. Okay. So this sounds like ideal for weddings too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's it's funny as you say that. Your images are so cute. I interviewed a guy who has this T-shirt thing, and you could it's sort of like SD for T-shirts, but they manufacture the T-shirt. So you just give them a JPEG, and they do everything. Yeah, so which is really cool for entrepreneurs, and they got the market for it and everything like that. And it may be another item if you put your image, people get T-shirts, and you don't have to figure out how making the T-shirts, because now T-shirts sort of like 3D printing. They could do 3D, T-shirt making, for next to nothing. Yeah,
it's amazing what can be done now.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to run 10,000 of these things,
I know, which is so nice. That's luckily how we got started,
So how long? So now you're home with the kids, doing something you love to do, can't wait to get up in the morning, never want to go to sleep, and still raising a family at home, don't have to commute. Man, what could be better than that? Working your heart out and being home with your family, huh?
It's perfect.
And to find my Little Ideas Studio. And you've been successful on Etsy for many years. You just started on Amazon, what do they call it? Handmade or hand? Yeah. And that's taken off for, your own thing, and you'll be in stores. And in 3 months, I won't be able to even talk to you. I'll talk to your third assistant to the assistant who will screen your phone calls, unless I'm one of your kids calling. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, ladies. You're fun and joy to hear, and inspiration to other people who want to do their thing in life. They can. It's easier now than ever. LittleIdeasStudio.com. Marcy and Jen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, here's another nice young woman who got out of the rat race and is running her own life so she could have time with her family. Man, and the reason what motivated her to do this was the job was making her sick. That's the problem. I think large organizations were working for other people who were, don't even know why they're working. They just need the money so badly, and they'll do anything the boss says they have to do, and then they push that pressure down on the people working for them, and the people working for them goes down. Nothing about the customer that you're providing the service to or whatever, or trying to create a community where it's loving and you like being next to people that are loving you and taking care of you, or watching out for your back instead of just trying to screw you over and get more money from you, or get the raise that you should get, and things like that. Man, it's toxic. So much of our workforce is like that. And I think I'm sure there's a lot of ways to get out. One way is to create your own income, and do that. And to do it in something that you think is enjoyable for you to do. Like you love doing something, so you could share that love with somebody else who appreciates it and give you money for that. Man, what could be better for that? That's why I think the whole thing in life is pleasing someone else. That's what, to me, commerce is all about. You're pleasing somebody else. So if you're doing something you love doing and you show it and you want to do it so well for somebody to take, to enjoy it too, and if they do, they give you money, rewards back, and things like that, then that's a wonderful way to live. I know it sounds utopia, but it doesn't have to be. You have to take some risks like she did. She finally got out of that job that was making her sick. After all these years, she studied, social work, and man, that's draining. So she started knitting and things like that, and making quilts. She didn't even know how to do it. She tried herself. And after a year or two, she started putting something online on these, websites, Etsy and Amazon Handmade and stuff like that. Man. And so now she's got a booming business, able to quit her job and everything. So it took a year or so. Learn to craft something that she really wanted to do. Who cares if it took a year or so? Everybody wants it. Well, I want to buy next Thursday and make $1 million. No, nothing's. It may happen, but most of us, it's not going to take that. Work that quick. It's going to take time. But what else do you have? If you don't start now, what'd you do the last year? Boy, years, at least at my age, they go by like sand, man. And if you don't start doing something now, you're going to be in the same place without doing it. You have to take that little step. And that's why now on the internet, there's so many ways. She started this with no money. And now she has a full-time career making something she loves, giving it to people who love what she does. They give her money. She stays at home with her child. Man, I don't know about you, but what could be better than that? You want a bigger house, a good $1 billion house, or what for? You got to clean the whole goddamn thing and worry about it. No, to me, it seems, without getting caught up in buying stuff, is to be with people you love, and do work you love doing. Now it's more possible than ever. Watch this. Amanda Lanier and baby Maya. Hi, Maya. But it's really, hey, baby craft co. Maya.com is your baby, your other baby, your first baby before Maya. But more importantly, you were motivated to do that business so you could be with Maya all day, huh?
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I get to quilt and hang out with her all day. It's
That's wonderful. And you just started like what, 2 years ago or something?
Yes. Yeah, not even.
Wow. And you just bought a bunch of fabric. You like doing quilt, and your job that you had, like a regular job, you were a social worker, which is, very important work in this country, I think. I mean, we need, and how are we going to keep more people doing social work? But it is draining emotionally, and you were feeling that and felt you had to get out of that, huh?
Yeah. And I just needed something that was a little calmer. And so I went the total other direction, and now I sit in silence and quilt all day.
So you were doing this as like own personal therapy at first. Like you said, I'm going to do a quilt, and you found that, hey, this makes me feel happy just doing quilts, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. I made one for my nephew, and just loved it. I loved it, and so, like I said, I started sending them to my sister, and my sister was like, "You got to find another place to get rid of these quilts because we can't take anymore." And so I put them on the internet, and people really responded to them, and so now I get to hang out with Maya and quilt.
Wow. But I mean, just after a year or so, you're on Etsy, it's a big site for crafts, you're on Amazon, but Martha Stewart found you, too.
Martha Stewart found me. I have been a finalist for her awards the last 2 years, and somebody found me on there, and now I'm in the American Made Market, which is now on, so I get to do both now.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, and you didn't even, did you know how to quilt before or what?
No, I didn't. My grandma is a quilter, and so I've watched her quilt forever. She's an amazing quilter. And no, I didn't know how to use a sewing machine.
Wow. You didn't even know how to use a sewing machine?
I did not know how to use a sewing machine, and my friend taught me, and yeah.
Right. See, I mean, that's right. You build a business out of not knowing anything, very little to no money to do all this stuff. You never did it before. I mean, people think they need a PhD in the topic in order to do anything.
I had probably $500 in savings, and I just bought a bunch of stuff and gave it a shot. Nowadays you can get websites for pretty cheap, like you just do the templates and
nothing.
You pay like a monthly thing, and,
$20 or whatever.
Yeah, and then we just did it.
But I mean, the stuff looks wonderful. I guess a lot of people are using them, for baby gifts and things like that. But it's a wider, product line than just baby blankets or whatever.
Right. We do baby quilts. We do mobiles now. That's new.
I mean, like fabric mobiles, or what are they?
It's like felt leaves that hang from cherry tree limbs that are wrapped in yarn.
I see.
And I made one for her while I was pregnant and just loved it. So I put them on the website. And then we also have full-size quilts, and we do custom quilts as well.
You do custom quilts. So I could call up and say, I want a quilt with question marks on it?
Yes.
Really?
But anyway, shouldn't I? Yeah,
Wow.
you can request whatever you want, and I do custom embroidery as well. I can personalize them. I can do anything.
Wow. But, reading some of your background and everything, I mean, you say you love doing this. I mean,
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it is. That's why I love my work so much, and I feel so embarrassed that I enjoy work so much.
I do. At night when I'm just hanging out with the family and all that, I'm like quilting. I'm just sitting there and I enjoy it. I'm not over it yet. I guess at some point I'll feel like it's work. Right. But right now it's really fun, and the thing is I get to be really creative, and I get to do new stuff all the time. And with custom orders, people are like, I want this crazy thing and this crazy thing, so I get to challenge myself to.
It's funny that in the traditional workforce, it seems like nobody shows love to each other. I mean, we just, have to be very professional, And we spend half our awake day in this job that really nobody shows any love for you. Yeah. I mean, would you marry somebody like that, and spend the other half of the day with them? No. So why don't we spend our whole day with doing something?
Well, you're asking the wrong person, because I found my guy at work.
Oh, I see. That's right.
Yeah, but it's great. And the crafting community, is really loving and supporting of each other too. So even when I do have to, go to craft fairs and do things like that, it's a loving community. I get a lot of love.
Really? What? So it's not like going to the bankers convention, huh?
Right, exactly.
Very professional. How much money are you going to make for me today? Yeah, I mean, very few people work with their heart, and they're all working with their pocketbook or whatever. And that's why, God, you find something you love, and it may be, just fixing shoes and loving that, or there's quilting that you do, and now you could get up, not only give your love to that child and your partner, but now you could give love to the rest of us in your quilt because you love it so much.
Absolutely. And, we donate a percentage of all of our proceeds to Caring for Children.
Oh, yeah.
Incorporated, which is an Asheville-based nonprofit organization that helps kids. So we share the love that way, too.
Wow. So part of your profit is going to a nonprofit that helps children in trouble, right, in the area. Yeah. And this is in South Carolina? Or what?
North
Carolina, one of those Carolinas, right. I was just in South Carolina twice. That's why in the last couple of months. Well, that's wonderful.
In Asheville, and they help kids. They do foster care, mental health. They do all kinds of stuff for the kids.
Everything. Yeah. Well, you're a delight and an inspiration for the rest of us to do something you love in life, because then life becomes so much better. And you can do it on $500 or less, right? Right. And to find out about your loving quilts, it's HeyBabyCraftCo.com, right? Oh, wonderful. And Maya, I know when you learn to talk, man, you're going to be a killer. Take care. Bye.
See ya.
Hello, you have reached Christine Chamberlain at the Virginia Department for Aging and Rehabilitative Services in the Community-Based Services Division. I'm out of the office or away from my desk. If you are calling for information on the Virginia Lifespan Respite Voucher Program, please go to our website at www.vadars.org. When you get to the home page, click on the Services link and it will take you to the Our Services page. You will see an area that says Respite Services, and within that area it explains how to apply, and there are downloadable application forms, a procedure form for how to apply, respite caregiver resources, as well as respite caregiver resource websites. If you still have questions on this, you can leave me a message, and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. Thank you, and have a great day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or hold for more options.
Great. Well, thanks for the information. I think you gave me everything I need. Thanks. Bye.